Welcome to Solo Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Full of Love. This book is written by Trish Cooke and illustrated by Paul Howard. I look forward to reading this book with you all today. Now let's get ready for story time. Full of Love. On Sunday, Mama took JJ to Granny's house. "I'll go get Dad," Mama said. "It won't be long." Gran is soft and warm and full of hugs and kisses. Kiss, kiss, hugs and cuddles. Granny was cooking. The dinner smelled yummy. "Is dinner ready, Gran?" asked JJ. But Gran shook her head. "Dinner's not ready yet," she said. "Come, let's put out the dishes." Granny's cupboard is always full of colorful dishes. Clink, clank, clatter, clatter. But JJ was hungry. "Is dinner ready now?" he asked. Gran shook her head. "Dinner's not ready yet," she said. "Come, let's feed the fish." Granny's fish tank is full of all kinds of fishes. Splash, splish, wiggle, wiggle. Look, there's some clownfish. But JJ was hungry, so JJ asked again, "Is dinner ready now, Gran?" Gran shook her head. "Dinner's not ready yet," she said. "Come, let's—" Then JJ saw the candy tin. Granny's candy tin was full up to the brim. Tip, tip, struggle, struggle. Uh-oh. Gran said no, but seeing all that candy had made JJ even hungrier than before. So he asked again, "Is dinner nearly ready, Gran?" Gran shook her head. "Dinner's not ready yet," she said. "Come, let's look for the others." So they looked out the window and they waited and waited. Tick, tock, snuggle, cuddle. Then JJ saw a car come around the corner, then another and another, and the cars stopped one behind the other, and out they all came. Uncles and aunties, cousins and friends, Mama and Daddy, all come for Sunday dinner at Granny's. "Dinner must be ready now, Gran," JJ grinned, and Gran laughed. I think it is." There were buttery peas, chicken and yams, macaroni and cheese, potatoes and ham, biscuits, gravy, collard greens, pasta salad, rice and red beans. There was apple pie and vanilla ice cream, fresh peach cobbler covered in steam, raspberry sauce, coffee, and tea. Plenty, plenty for everybody. JJ said, "I'm going to pop." And Cousin said, "I have to stop." "More pie, please," Uncle said. And Auntie and Mama shook their heads. "Not for me. I've had enough." Granny let out a big belly laugh. Dad said, "Just a little bit more." And on top of his cobbler, Gran started to pour more raspberry sauce. Everybody was full of Granny's dinner. Yum, yum. Giggle, giggle. Then Granny pulled up a footstool, put up her feet, and sighed. "All right, you kids. One wash, one dry." On Sunday, JJ had dinner at Granny's house, and when it was time to go, he climbed on Granny's lap. He kissed her, and she kissed him back. And then they hugged and hugged and hugged, and full of hugs, they hugged some more. Granny's house is always full of hugs and kisses, full of tasty dishes, full of all kinds of fishes, full to the brim with happy faces, full of love. That's Sunday dinner at Granny's house. The end. Thank you so much for reading full of love with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when I'm going to read my next story. Have a great day. Welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. I hope you enjoy this book. Let's get ready for story time. In the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of... What pictures are there? The cow jumping over the moon. Moo. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens. Meow. And a pair of mittens. And a little toy house and a young mouse. Squeak, squeak. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. Good night, room. Look at them saying good night. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Moo. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens. Meow. And good night, mittens. Good night, clocks and good night, socks. Good night, little house. And good night, mouse. Squeak, squeak. Good night, comb and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering, hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. The end. Welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called I'll Never Let You Go. This book is written and illustrated by Marianne Richmond. I look forward to reading this beautiful book with you all today. Now let's get ready for story time. I'll never let you go. Edward and Blanky met on the first day of Edward. From that day forward, they were the best of friends and always together. This is a family on the first day of Edward, the day he was born. They were together on walks in the park, during nap time, through thunderstorms, and in the doctor's office. Look, he's being supportive of him in the doctor's office. And tucked in cozy at bedtime. I'll never let you go, said Edward to Blanky. It's true that Blanky would do anything for Edward, be the table for his picnic, the roof of his fort, or the cape for his magician costume. I'll never let you go, said Edward to Blanky. He loves Blanky. They took care of each other in other ways too. Blanky dried Edward's tears when he was sad. Edward and Mama gave Blanky a bath when he had too many orange popsicle stains on him. They got to keep Blanky nice and clean. Edward sat and waited in front of the dryer. I miss you, he said, as Blanky went round and round. This is good practice for when you go to school, said Mama. What is? Being without Blanky for a while. Oh, no, said Edward. I'll never let him go. School began after summer when the leaves started to turn orange. Why can't Blanky come to school with me? Asked Edward. Because, said Mama, school is a great place to make new friends and try new things. It's a fun part of growing up. Edward grumbled. He'll be sad, Edward said, and covered Blanky so he couldn't hear their talking. He's covering Blanky so that he doesn't hear. That's cute. It's like me and you, said Mama. I'll be sad without you too, but more happy about your new school adventure. Can we give Blanky some new things to do too, so he doesn't miss me so much? Asked Edward. They made a list. What do you think's on that list? Play with my stuffed animal, said Edward. Swing on the clothesline, said Mama. Take a nap with Kitty, added Edward. Help me in the garden, said Mama. Wow, he'll be busy, laughed Edward. Will Blanky know I still love him even when we're apart? Asked Edward. Do you know I still love you even when we're apart? Asked Mama. Yes, said Edward. Then he will too. Mama tucked the two under the covers. When you love someone, you're always together in here, she said, patting her heart. Edward and Blanky liked that answer. Is that where I'll be when I'm at school? Asked Edward, putting his hand over Mama's. Yes, forever and always, said Mama. No matter where you are, no matter how big you grow, my heart will never, ever let you go. There's Mama and Edward and Blanky, together forever. The end. Thank you so much for reading this book with me today. Please like and subscribe so you know when I'm going to read my next story. Have a beautiful day. Welcome to So-Oh Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called If Animals Kissed Goodnight by Anne Whitford Paul. Pictures by David Walker. I hope you enjoy this book. Let's get ready for story time. If Animals Kissed Goodnight. If animals kissed like we kiss goodnight, Sloth and her cub in late afternoon's light would hang from a tree and start kissing so slow, just like the sloth. The sky would turn pink and the sun sink down low. Peacock and chick would spin a fan dance and kiss with a kickety high-stepping prance. Oh, so cute. Mama Python and Hatchling would kiss waggling around, twirling and twisting like rope loosely wound. Walrus Calf and her papa would make whiskery swishes, rubbing each other in scratchy kisses. Oh, that was a tongue twister. Mama Elephant's trunk would kiss and then sway and shower her calf with a wet washing spray. Aww, so cute. If animals kissed like we kiss goodnight, the sky would turn dull, the moon a chalk white, and Sloth and her cub still kissing goodnight. Parrot and chick would click-clack their beaks, kissing click-a-clack, 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 cleek. Wolf and his pup would kiss and then howl, howl. Bear and her cub would kiss and then growl. Is that how bear growls? Mama monkey and infant would swing through the trees, smacking their lips in a kissing trapeze. Seal and his calf would blow big bubbled kisses that rise to the surface and splashity splishes. If animals kissed like we kiss goodnight, the sky would turn dark with the moon glowing white, and Sloth and her cub still kissing goodnight. Mama Penguin and Chick would stumble and slide on slippery rocks and a hug and kiss ride. Look at the mommy holding the little penguin. That's cute. Papa Rhino and Calf would kiss tap-a-tap, smooching their horns in a tip-a-tap rap. Giraffe and his calf would stretch their necks high and kiss just beneath the top of the sky. That's because giraffes have long necks. Kangaroo and her Joey would jumpity jump, kiss, 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 bounce bumpity bump. Hippo calf would kiss Papa, then they'd settle down deep in the slithery ooze, a mud-happy heap. The hippo likes to play in the mud. If animals kissed like we kiss goodnight, the sky would turn black, the moon would shine bright. All would grow quiet, with all tucked in tight. But Sloth and her cub, still kissing goodnight. The end. Welcome to So Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called I Love You to the Moon and Back, illustrated by Tim Warnes. I hope you enjoy this book. Now let's get ready for story time. I Love You to the Moon and Back. I love our time together as we start each happy day. I love our bath time silliness, the way we splash and play. I love to lift you way up high so you feel really tall. We'll climb the highest mountaintops. Hold tight and you won't fall. I love to share the magic of the shining skies above. That's pretty. And think of all the different ways that we can show our love. Like when we're touching noses, playing chase, or seeing friends. Oh, look at all their friends. Our love is always with us and it never, ever, 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 ever ends. So snuggle safely in my arms. Our day is nearly done. I love you to the moon and stars, my precious little one. The end. A joyful celebration of the love between a parent and a child. Welcome to So Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called We Sang You Home. This book is written by Richard Van Camp, who is Dog Rib Clicho of the Diné Nation, and is illustrated by Julie Flett, who is Cree Metis. I look forward to reading this book with you all today. Now let's get ready for story time. We sang you home. We sang you from a wish. We sang you from a prayer. We sang you home, and you sang back. We give you kisses to help you grow. Look at the parents giving kisses to the baby. And songs to let you know that you are loved. As we give you roots, you give us wings. They're doing some planting. And through you, we are born again. They're looking at the birds. Our everyday miracle, our everyday smile. Oh, look, he has two little teeth. Our forever home is inside of you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for becoming the best of all of us. We sang you home. Thank you for singing back. Welcome to the world. We love you. Oh, and now they're singing in the moonlight. When wishes come true. Thank you so much for reading this book with me today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can know when I'm going to read my next story. Bye. Have a good day.